Welcome to the channel Benidorm by Anna, and these are 5 dangers during your holidays in Benidorm town. Benidorm is a #1 holiday destination here in Costa Blanca, Spain. And as in any other country, there are different dangers that are just waiting there for tourists to arrive. The first danger that you might be encountering with here on holidays are the local markets. Not the markets themselves, however, but being cautious whenever heading to the market. And the same exact thing would apply technically whenever you go to very crowded and busy spaces, especially during summer holidays here in the area or during very big festivities such as the fancy dress party, the St. Patrick's Day, November fiestas, the Christmas fest, or all summer season holidays in busy periods of time. Some of the markets, such as the Wednesdays and Sundays market in Benidorm town, they do have the surveillance, they do have security every single day. Quite a lot of people checking out for your safety and reporting in case they see something suspicious. But then there are places, smaller markets, maybe even outside of Benidorm town or busy areas where you barely have any surveillance with an exception of the cameras that businesses have installed. What can you do? There are many pickpocketers, there are thieves, as in any other part, any other country. It's not that Spain has a bigger issue with it, but while going on holidays, you need to take that into consideration. There will be people who will see your belongings and who will want to take these belongings from you. First of all, whenever you go to crowded places, we have one trick that my husband in particular has, and it never ever fails. Whenever we go anywhere, if we go with some kind of a bag on the back, like a backpack, what he does is to put a small ring or any kind of keychain, whatever you have for the bag, for example, like a design part with the key, with the ring that goes on it, he just closes the locks so that it wouldn't be possible to open these up. Obviously, not all backpacks have it, but if you have this option, that is a great option to do so, because like this, you will prevent people just from easily opening your bag and taking your belongings. Do not put things on your back pockets either. This is the easiest way to steal them. Do not put your phones, your wallets there, the money, nothing at all. Whenever you go to crowded places, the best part is to use the bags right in front of you, like small ones right here on the chest or small ones on your waist, or directly bring just a couple of things and put it inside of the pockets that were here in front. Do not take a lot of money with you. Do not bring a lot of valuables. Leave the passport or like significant things in the hotel safety deposit box or directly in the hotel. There, things are way safer than with you when exploring crowded places. Danger number 2 are dark streets, dark areas in general without any kind of good lights on, and empty streets at night. This is probably one of the biggest dangers that solo travelers could face during their holidays here in the area, and not only here in Benidorm, but in probably any country you would ever travel to. Avoid dark and empty streets. In summer, it's not as easy to find such streets because there's a lot of people everywhere. There's a lot of lights, there's cars passing by constantly, taxis. But in winter time, such as right now, at night, there's plenty of empty streets and people know it. There are people who will be waiting there for you. And this is not to scare you off. This is just to let you know what is going on. This is the reality. It's not a huge issue because it's not happening every single time nonstop, but there is a possibility this might happen. There are a lot of ladies from Nigeria. There's a lot of ladies from Eastern European countries, from Latin America, ladies together with some men that are doing the lovely method, coming close, insinuating themselves and trying to steal things from you. And if it doesn't help, then the man comes, they just might hit you, they might push you and then take your belongings by force. This is what might be happening. There's a lot of thieves coming from specific countries, which I'm not going to name here because it will sound like all the countries bad when it's not the case. But there are some people coming from north parts of Africa, very close to Spain, that are stealing belongings out there. So be cautious if you go on a dark street. check out your surroundings. If you see some suspicious people following you, get inside of the closest bar or make a sprint towards the closest place where you could stop, where there are people nearby. Start filming with your phone, like you're behind you, like go like this, like if you're filming a video or something, I don't know, but just for them to see that you have a record of something, that if something happens, you will be able to show it to someone, and then they may disappear. The best advice would be not to go on your own down the dark and empty streets. If you have friends, family that you're traveling with, then you're safe. Mostly solo travelers or those who had a lot to drink are a full target for these types of people. Don't bring valuable belongings with you, even if you do so. And check out your surroundings. I know it's difficult because when it's dark, you don't see very well. You don't know if that person is also walking to a hotel, if it's a tourist, or if it's a thief, you know. But it is important for you to check your surroundings. And if you can avoid this street, go slightly around it where there's lights, where there's movement, at least a tiny bit. You will avoid a lot of issues with it. The danger number 3 is related with the beach area. Whenever you are on the sunshine, enjoying some lovely sunny day here during your holidays, many people relax and fall asleep. Or at least they're just closing their face with the hat. They don't know to hear anything, see anything. They put some music on or like audio book or something. They don't know what's happening around them. There's no notion of time whatsoever. And thieves know it. In summer, it is very frequent. In general, in every single holiday destination in the world, probably, it is frequent in summer season. What can you do if you have any belongings with you? First of all, we always recommend you not to bring too much to the beach. If you're planning to go to the beach only, grab 5-10 euros in cash with you, no credit card. If you need a phone desperately, bring it with you. If not, leave it at the hotel, and just the hotel key. That's basically it. You don't need anything else on the beach except for the towel and some nice atmosphere. And a sunscreen, obviously, and a bottle of water. But this is something that if they steal from you, it's not a big deal. Documents, phone, jewelry, and money are the biggest issue if these are going to be stolen from you. And many people just lay down, they relax on the beach, and they leave their belongings like this, just like that, laying right next to them, or covered by a towel, but you can see that there is a bag underneath them. People are very fast. Don't think you will be able to spot it, because you won't. They work for it, they live from it, and they're really, really good at it. That's the biggest issue. The best tip would be not to bring a lot of these things to the beach, but if you do, hide them inside of your clothes. For example, if you have some money with you or like a small wallet, hide it inside of your interior, like bottoms, trousers, inside of your bra. Like if it has like inside pockets, to put like this teeny tiny foam that has there to make a shape. Put it in there. If you have like an underwear that you have taken down to put up some swimsuit and then you will change, put it inside of the underwear. Trust us. Put it inside and put it together. No one will touch and worn underwear, not even the thieves. At least so far, they're not as desperate. No one will go inside of your belongings because it takes time to do it, and it's way more probable that people will see that they're doing something with your belongings. They will alert you or will stop the thieves. Also, if you have children, put it into the diaper. Anywhere you can, just a place where they would normally not search. And it will take them a lot of time to check on it. This is the best safety tip whenever you are on the beach enjoying the sunshine like we are today, or maybe even taking a lovely nap here on your sunny holidays. The danger number 4 is do not, please, I know it's difficult sometimes, but do not have angry encounters with the security. Don't do that. Don't argue with the security. Don't search a fight with the security, because there are good places that have security that has been properly trained, that has security that will provide you a necessary service, and that follows strict rules and guidance of what they can do and what they cannot do. But then there's other places, and you probably know already what will be the examples of these places. State them here down below if you want. Feel free to do so for people to know. There are places that do have security that either is so sick and tired of the issues and just does whatever they want because they cannot stand any more problems, or there's people who are just not properly trained and do not know what is possible and what is impossible and illegal for them to do. A lot of the times there is huge battles on the British street, on the strip area, authentic battles between tourists and security. I'm not saying that security is always wrong. That's not the case. A lot of the time, security is right in something, but there are places where security will just take all of it onto themselves and feel like they're like justice of the area. They are as important as police. They have a right to do whatever they want, and you will lose. A lot of the times, you will lose, and there's a lot of issues with it. There's people who ended up in the hospital in a coma after trying to deal with security in some of these bars. We're not saying who's right, who's wrong here, but just please, if you have some drinks, try not to fight with security, because a lot of the times this just does not end well, because security, they all work together. The security from one bar knows the security from the other. They all know each other. That's the same nightlife world. And if something happens at a one bar, the security from nearby bars will come to help, even if they don't work for the same company a lot of the time. So bear that in mind. If you are heading to the nightlife here in Benidorm town, the danger number 5 and the last one is the nightlife bars, more to say nightclubs where you have ladies inside of them, like clubs for the gentlemen, if you wish. These types of places exist everywhere, not only in Spain, not only in Benidorm town, but everywhere in every single country. And people do tend to frequent with them, especially for stag hen parties, for divorce showers, bridal showers, and for any kind of special celebration, or just because they would want to try it out while they are on holidays. And while this is all right, many of these places do mess with, not all of them, once again, but many of these places do mess around with your cards. If you pay by cash, that's not an issue at all. That is why it's recommended to bring cash with you. But if you pay with a card in one of these establishments, nightclubs, such as places where you can only go for dancing and drinks, these are okay. These are off the table. But the ones where you have ladies offering some services, dances for you, etc., these are the ones who tend to mess up with your bank cards, credit or debit ones, doesn't really matter. Some of these places have been closed down due to illicit things going on inside, and some of these places are cloning your cards. That is a very important point to mention, in our opinion. What these places do is that they have specific devices where it looks like they swap your card, but in reality, they're just cloning your card, or they are taking all the information from it, the full number of the card, the expiry date, and the safety code on the back of it. If there is none, they're just cloning the details with the magnetic band. And then after a wild night, you might end up seeing strange charges on your card and you don't remember actually making them. This is the reason why a lot of people see the money gone from their accounts just like that. And they wonder why this is happening, because they seem not to share the information with anyone. They just made regular purchases or paid for drinks. But this is what is actually going on. Whenever people are drunk, whenever people just are having too much fun and are not pending on their belongings and how things are done because they're relaxing on their holidays, right? That is when the vast majority of issues are coming. So bear that in mind. People might clone your cards. It's extremely easy nowadays. People might get the full date of your card and make some purchases and charges on them afterwards. And you'll never know who it was, because it's going to be from one person to the other, then to the other. It's like a giant web. To get to the end person, you will never ever know who did it. So this is another thing to avoid. during your holidays, or at least to be cautious and check it out before. Pay by cash if you can, because that's the best way of keeping your money in your bank account safe during your holidays. If you want to make sure that it is safe, always ask for a receipt. Whenever you're paying something by card, ask for a receipt, even if you won't need it afterwards, even if you'll throw it away in some days, but ask for a receipt. In this case, if something happens, you will be able to show that you've only had to be charged this amount and this amount disappeared. You will be able to get your money back, because if you didn't ask for a receipt, it's only your word against theirs. These are the 5 dangers that you might be facing on your holidays in Benidorm town and in general all over Spain, or in any other holiday that you're planning on going. With our tips and recommendations, however, you will be able to lower the probabilities to the bare minimum and keep your belongings safe. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment here down below on if you've noticed these dangers during your holidays already, and which other tips and tricks would you recommend to other fellow travelers. We'll read your comments here down below, and click a like if you've enjoyed this video. In the next video here on the channel, we will share with you what to do during an emergency in Benidorm town. Your passport got stolen, you've lost your belongings, your luggage, you've been robbed or attacked, you ended up in a hospital. What to do in all these most common cases during your holidays. Don't miss it. Make sure to activate your notifications so that YouTube would show you when this video comes out. We wish you a lovely day, and we'll see you in a new video here on the channel, Benidorm by Anna, your #1 guide about holidays in Benidorm, Costa Blanca, and Spain.